Seen a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Flex round! 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56.
Looking to throw on second down. Jefferson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Kelly. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! What? Now!
Throwing on first down. Jefferson. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Let's go, D, let's go, D.
And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Come on, let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
On first and 10, Jefferson. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more on that one and another first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
I got 83. I got 83. Ohio! Ohio!
On first down, Jefferson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DJ Moore with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Yeah, 98's down. 58-98.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
There we go. Nice play, man. Go, go. Let's go, let's go.
On second down, Michel. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Carr to throw. And James has it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call. At 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, baby. It's been a long day for you. In your face. Double tight. We got 4. We got 4.
Deuce right, Chief.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here we go.
Strong left.
Down. Wide 80.
Mike 52.
Carr now on first down. He'll check this one down to Michel. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
4 down, 4 down.
Down. Blue 80.
Mike 54.
Yo, Chief.
54.
Set.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Through an opening, and there he goes. 30. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And the Texans are in for 6.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want him to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Get set, get set.
Tight end left. Hey, guys, check me out.
Carr over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's 3rd and short.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
637.
Check curls.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Got an open man. It's Fumagalli. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down. Check. Check out route.
Again, this is Michelle, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Got his man. It's Williams. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
White, white.
Hey, hey, hey. You got 3.
Monday, down. Blue 80. Blue 80, touch.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Shotgun now for Carr. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. Out.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down because if you actually tip it in the air, now the offense is getting a second shot at catching the football, or another receiver may come along and grab it out of the air and turn it into a big play. So if you make a play on the ball, make sure it's knocked away or down. Otherwise, there could be some jeopardy.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
5 down. Stand up in.
To throw on 3rd down. Jefferson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. All over the juke. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
We got three. Three down. Three down. Hey, fellas, we got three. Let's go.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Flex round. Flex round. We got three. Take four. Take four.
To throw on second down. Jefferson eluding the pressure right. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go, D.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jefferson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
You see me? You see me? Flex round! Flex round!
Looking to throw on second down. Jefferson. That's caught by Keller. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
White, 90! Grip left, grip left.
Back to throw. Jefferson dancing to his left. And he will have a touchdown. It's their quarterback with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans have broken the tie.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point.
And now it's blocked.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Tight, guys, double tight. Even, four down.
Down. Blue 80.
Check for it.
Raider 2. 808.
57's the mic.
Carr now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
734. 618. Raider 2.
Check 52.
On 1st down, Carr. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Carr now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. DJ Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Move.
Down. 180. Yeah, Yeah, 98's down. 58, 98.
The final shot here before half for Carr. His throw incomplete. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Get down! Wide 85!
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And a throw right sideline is complete. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Get set. Wide 80!
Three down.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Flex round, flex round.
Throwing on first down. Jefferson being chased out left. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there, a 22.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Here I come.
Pitching it out to McCaffrey. Ooh, with a juke. And some room to roam now. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Bus formation, bus formation. Come on, boys, come on. Check number 6.
Looking to throw. Jefferson buying time to his left. And he will score. It's a touchdown. It's their quarterback taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Back to throw. Jefferson. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
4 down.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Hey, we got 3 down.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr to Michelle on the dump off. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Down. Wide 80.
Here we go. I got 29.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Blitz. 3 down.
Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Again, it's Carr. And he floats one there, incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted.
Single.
Now, Carr again. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 5. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Kill. Turn up.
Deuce right, Chief.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
93.
And they will run it with Michelle. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Michelle on an island by himself in the backfield. 2nd and goal.
Hey. 4 down. Right there. 54, right there.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On 1st and 10, Jefferson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Double tight. 4 down.
Down. 180. 734.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
29.
He's scared.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Flush to his right. And he's got some space here. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Tight right. Hey, guys, check me out.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. To Michelle on the screen. And some room to maneuver. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
White.
Alert.
Down. Blue 80.
Watch number 29.
Back now in Jacksonville.
Check. Crunch.
Monday down.
Tight right. Solo out there. Check the outs out there.
Get down. Blue 80.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey. We got three.
Monday, down. Blue 80.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
You wide 80.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All day, every day. Tight, guys, double tight. Ohio.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
93.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Two times. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
To throw on 2nd down. Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On play action, it's Carr. His throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw his Carr. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really...
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about. Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Down. Go ahead,
53's the mic.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. In for the score. And the Jaguars are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
On 1st down, Jefferson eluding the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Flex round! Flex round! Alert 3!
Looking to throw. Jefferson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Let's go! There we go! That's the touchdown, that's it! There you go!
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Jefferson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
57, Mike, 57.
29.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
Carr now on 1st down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
57's Mike.
Now Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing his car on third down. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. First and 10.
Hey, we are. Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, Jefferson steps away, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun, Jefferson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Bryant's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. And from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And now out come the Jags. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Coming this way.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
Monday, down. Blue 80.
Right, Rock 57.
He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Down. You're wide 80.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Back to throw. The quick slant caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars move back within a couple of the lead. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2.
White. Down. Blue 80. 734. Go.
Hey, watch the ball. Motion.
Express.
Check.
734.
Check. 53's Mike. Woo-hoo.
Low.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Oh, did the Jags get this? Yes, Jags football. A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Down. Blue 80.
Now Carr. Caught here by Bell. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Well, I'm no coach, but there's just not time right now for throws that short.
Yeah, sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. As Coach Madden liked to say, sometimes you have to take what you want.
Now a desperation throw deep down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Houston, they're setting themselves up as a major contenders. They move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7, and they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. I'm Brandon Gaudin.